Hey man, welcome everybody. Welcome again to my channel. This is the fitness part of my channel, man. I'm at home today, man. I didn't go to the gym today. I had to spend some time at the house. So, just like anybody else, you should have a small setup at the house, man. You shouldn't necessarily have to always go to the gym in order to get a weight session in, man. So if you don't have, go get, man. It's real simple. A barbell and some weights. Some of this stuff, man, you can do at the house, man. You don't have to always go to the gym. And today, I'm trying to, this month, I'm trying to shed a little bit more body fat. Not necessarily lose no weight. Keep in mind, there's a difference, man. I'm going to talk about that later. There's a difference between losing weight and losing body fat. I have lost enough weight. My girl said I don't need to lose no more weight. So I ain't trying to lose a lot of weight. Right now, I'm trying to lose some body fat. Now, body fat carries weight. I mean, when you lose some body fat, you're going to eventually lose a little weight. But my goal now is to shed some body fat, get some ripness going, you know what I'm saying? So listen, man, let me talk about it. The deadlift. The deadlift is unique, man. You can use the deadlifts on almost any routine you want. If you're on a muscle building routine, you can use the deadlift. If you're on a weight loss routine, you can use the deadlift. It would definitely be beneficial to you to use the deadlift, if you're on a weight loss routine. If you're on a fat loss routine, you can use the deadlift. That's how powerful the deadlift is. That's how important the deadlift is to your goals and your program you're on at the moment. Again, like I say, I'm on a fat loss program right now, man. I'm not trying to gain a lot of muscle. I'm not trying to lose a lot of weight. I'm trying to shed some body fat. Now, the way you do deadlifts, the way I do deadlifts, during this fat loss program that I'm on, I don't specifically go heavy. Matter of fact, I don't go heavy at all because the goal is to raise your heart rate. So I put on 245s on each side, go 10 reps. I do that 3 sets, man. 10 reps at 3 sets, man. Again, the goal is to get the heart rate pumping. And keep in mind, I'm doing all this fasted, so there's actually no food in my stomach. And like I say, there's a difference between a fat loss diet and a weight loss diet. With me, on this fat loss program I'm on right now, I'm working out fasted. And I'm going to go fasted probably the most part of the day. But when I do eat, I got to make sure I bring in some, lots of protein and not so much a lot of carbs, but a lot of protein. Because, again, I'm trying to shed body fat. And when you're on a body fat diet, you really don't want a lot of carbs in you because, you're going to use your carbs as your energy source. And that's not what you want. You want to use your body fat source as your energy source. That's the goal. That's the only way you're going to shed body fat, man. That's what I say, man. Fat loss diets and weight loss diets are totally different. Doing fat loss dieting, you basically don't need to consume hardly any carbs because you don't want the carbs that you eat to be your main source of energy. You see what I'm saying? So naturally, you're going to want your body fat as your primary energy source. So stay away from a lot of heavily carbs, pasta, all that stuff, man. Stay away from that stuff, man, if you're trying to lose body fat. Now, back to this deadlift issue, man. I go 3 sets at 10 reps, 245s on each side. Y'all do the math. So do that 10 times, man. I do that at least 3 sets. And before I go, keep in mind, I do this in the morning. Before I go, I squeeze in some squats. So I squeeze in some squats. Now, your legs are the biggest muscles on your body, man. One of them, you got your back, your chest, and your legs. If you can get a good hard leg workout in the morning time, fasted, and you go primarily past 2 o'clock to eat, that whole time frame, keep in mind, you wake up fasted, right? Breakfast. I know most people always come to me with that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That's true, but breakfast is just a word. Breakfast is the time that you break your fast. That's what breakfast means. So it could be 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yes, that first meal, breakfast is actually your first meal. Not so much the breakfast food, the traditional breakfast food that we call breakfast, egg, bacon, toast, all that stuff. You know, that could be eaten at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Is that still breakfast? Yes. You know, you've broken your fast. You break your fast when you eat. So the word breakfast is totally misused, man. And when people think of the word breakfast, they think of bacon, eggs, and toast first thing in the morning when you wake up. No, if you eat that at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's still breakfast. So in other words, breakfast is not defined by time. It's defined by when you finally consume your first meal. Now, back to this deadlift issue. After my morning workout session, I'm going to do this 3 days a week. You know, and during the middle of the week, I'm trying to get in some cardio, some HIIT cardio. You know how I go to the track, get my speed on. You know, I got that Dion type speed. So 3 times a week, I'm going to go hit some deadlifts and some squats. 2 times out of the week, I'm going to go to the park, to the track, and get some HIIT cardio in, man. So I'm trying to shed some body fat. That's the routine I'm on this month. Trying to shed some more body fat, man. I still got a little budge right here, man. I want that shredded six-pack, man. And it's hard to get rid of that budge unless you, you know, you can't really target body fat. You can't really say, I want to lose fat right here or lose fat right here. You can't spot reduce fat. So you got to lose fat all over. Now, when you lose some size, you may. I mean, it depends on your diet. And that's why I say dieting is very important, man. You can't out-train a bad diet. So what you put in your body has to be, you know, on point, or your whole plan is going to be shot to crap. So that's my take on deadlifting for body fat loss. Now, like I say, the deadlift can be used for gaining muscle, for losing weight, and even losing body fat. Me, I'm on this body fat loss program right now. I got to shed some more body fat, baby. So I'll catch you on the next video. Hey, comment and subscribe below, man. The next video, man, I'm going to talk about breakfast, man. I want to break that word down to the T, man. How badly that word is misused. Again, yes, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And when you eat it, that's up to you. But breakfast is basically a 2-syllable word. 2 words actually that squeeze into one. Breakfast. All you're doing is breaking your fast. I guess they put them together and call them breakfast. Break fast. You're just breaking your fast. That's actually the first time you eat. So the thinking behind it goes, you know, you slept all night. Hopefully you got 8 hours of sleep in, dog. You know, you got to get them 8 hours in, man. Hopefully you slept 8 hours. You didn't consume any kind of food during that 8 hours. When you wake up and you finally eat, you essentially breaking your fast. Now, that's the traditional way of thinking. You get up in the morning, eat some sausage, egg, bacon, and cheese. But no, that's not the case. That's not really how breakfast should be defined, man. It's basically the first meal that you consume in that day. That's your breakfast. It could be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It could be 8 o'clock in the evening. I've seen some guys fast all the way up to 9 o'clock at night. They go without no food. They wake up in the morning and go the whole day without any food. So at 9 o'clock at night, their first meal of the day is essentially their breakfast because they're breaking their fast. I'm going to talk about that some more in the next video. Hey, comment, subscribe below, man. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Holla.